All right, so in this video, we're going to do a summoner setup and rotation for Dawntrail. So first, we'll start with the bar setup. So you should have two bar down on your screen. Let's empty everything. To empty things, just make sure that you unlock the little uh, lock here. It's supposed to be unlocked, and you can just drag this out, this empty. All right. Now, if you press Escape and you go to character configuration and you go to this hotbar setting on the right, on the left, and click hotbar 1 should be enabled, hotbar 2 should be enabled, and you can enable hotbar 3 as well. And we're going to click here the format 4 times 3 here, right? And we're going to we can move the bar by clicking on number 3 and moving it around. And we're going to put number 3 just here next to the rest, right? Now we click apply and we'll start filling the action. So now we go to this menu, character, action and traits, and we're going to start filling in the different action for the summoner. So what we're going to do is we're going to put some utility on the side. We're going to put the carbuncle summon here. So I will separate a bit more here. We can see the carbuncle here. If we go to general, we're going to put our mounts. This is the roulette here. We can put the favorite mount here. We can put the minion roulette here. We're going to put the limit break. And in role section, you can put lucid dreaming here and sleep. Those are not used very often, but you'll have them on your bar. Now we're going to put for our bar 1 and 2, we're going to put all of our instant cast on bar 2 at the bottom and all our normal action on the bottom bar, which is most important to access with the keyboard. Of course, the second bar can be accessed with control and the number, but I think it's easier to access the one at the bottom. So we're going to put a few important actions here. We're going to put swift casts at the very end, and we're going to put showcast here. Those are quite important in a number of situations. And we are going to put in general sprint on 0, another very useful utility. We then are going to go back to our normal action and we're going to fill in the bottom. So we're going at the start, we're going to put our first single attack. That's going to be the Rin here, the first one. So you put it there. And it's going to be outburst number 2. Then for the next one, we are sorry, no, this one is actually goes here. There's a multiple one. Gem Shine is going number 2, and Previous Brilliance will be a number 4. So to repeat, Rin number 1, Gem Shine number 2, Outburst number 3, Previous Brilliance number 4. Now for the next number 5 is going to be another very important action, which is called Astral Flow here, level 60. You can scroll things here. We'll put Astral Flow here, and then we're going to put our summons. So first Bahamut, then Ifrit, Titan, and Garuda. So now we finished our first line, which is our 2 single target attacks, our 2 multi-target attacks, Astral Flow, and then our 4 summons, followed by Sprint, Showcast, and Swiftcast. Now in the bar above number 2, we're going to put all our instant action. So we're going to start with Energy Drain, followed with Fester, and in between we are going to put Rin 4, so which is here, Rin 4 in number 3. And then we're going to put Energy Siphon. This is the multi-target instant casts. And then Pain Flare. So again, those two here at single target, Energy Drain and Fester. and Energy Siphon and Pen Flare are multi-targets. And this one is actually multi-target, but it will use for both. Uh, then just right above Bahamut, you want to put a very important action, which is Enkindle Bahamut. And then next to it, we can put a series of the rest would be generally buffs, so Searing Lights. And then in role, we'll put Addle. In action, we'll put the new level 100 spell, Lux Solaris, which is a healing spell. Then on 0, we'll put Physics, which is a self-heal. And then we'll put Radiant Aegis. And then lastly, we're going to put Resurrection, right? And the goal is to have Resurrection and Swiftcast next to each other when you want to keep it. So that's what your bar should be looking like. And you have some free slots here if you want to use them. For example, you can put anything you want. For example, if you want to put character, if you don't want to lose your summoner, you can put character. And then in your bar here, you can when you have summoner, you can just click summoner there, and that changes to summoner. So if you have, for example, a summoner and a botanist, you can put them there, and you can just click on one or the other. Looking to go back to the summoner. Useful to change classes. Now, once it's finished, we click the lock here, and that would allow us to basically avoid losing, the action when we click it. With that, we're going to show simple rotations. So for the summoner, so we'll start with a simplified version without instant cast, and then we'll try to show a more advanced version with instant cast afterwards. Okay, first things, we have to summon Carbuncle. And what we're going to do is now simplify. Starting, we always going to start with uh, Bahamut and kill Bahamut directly. So Bahamut and Kindle, then number 5. And then we press 1 here. I use the click so you can see what I'm doing until the timer here goes to 0 and the chains are removed. When the chain are removed, like with the Ifrits, and then Swift casts, Ruby Right, and Ruby Right again, and then 5 twice. 1, 2. Now we move to 8, Titan, and we're going to do 2, 5, 2, 5, 2, 5, 2, 5. Then we move to Garuda. We're going to do 2, 2, 2, 2, and 5. And then just this moment, this Phoenix is available. We click Phoenix, and again, this one, the upper bar, and then Enkindle Phoenix here. And then we click number 1, Phoenix, until the bar here goes down to 0. And we start again. Ifrit, 5, 5, Swift Cast, Ruby Right, Ruby Right, and then Titan, 2, 5, 2, 5, 2, 5, and 2, 5. Then Garuda, and again you can do 5 first if you want, doesn't matter. And then 2, 2, 2. Can be in any order. There's no particular order here. And if you don't test, exact Bambit is coming back, and we'll start from the beginning here. So that's restarted. Now, we can try to use some of the swift cast on the right now we're only been using at the bottom and Kindle Bahamut, which is basically when we click Bahamut or click Phoenix, we can Kindle Bahamut and then Kindle Phoenix here. But obviously, you want normally to use all of those, right? So single targets, what we want to do is start with Bahamut and Kindle, Searing Light, and Adol, and then again here Death Flare, and then Astral Impulse, Energy Drain, Astral Impulse, Fester, Astral Impulse, Fester, Further in, and then we move here to like earlier, Swiftcats, Ruby Ride, Crimson Cyclone, Crimson Strike, Ruby Ride again, and we want to use those instant as soon as they come back. So as soon as the timer here has come back, we want to press them again. They have to be pressed in between we press the others. That's the people call this weaving the attacks. That's slipstream and then we finish. Now let's show if there was multiple enemy, it's exactly the same thing, but we are going to use 3 and 4 as opposed to 1 and 2. So for example, here I'll restart. We're going to do Summon Phoenix, and Kindle, Rekindle, and then this time it's going to be Purgatory, and then Energy Siphon, Pain Flare, Further in, and again we press this time we press 3. And now when we summon Ifrit, we no longer press Ruby Right, we press Ruby Catastrophe. Quick cast, Ruby Catastrophe, Ruby Catastrophe once again, and then the 5 is the same, just 5 twice. And we move Titan, and again we want to use 4 and 5, 4 and 5, 4 and 5, 4 and 5. It's the same. It used to be 2 and 5, now it's 4 and 5. And Garuda is the same. It's no longer 2 and 5, it's just 4. 4, 4, 4, 4, and then Slipstream. So that's how you basically want to do with multiple enemies. You just, as opposed to use the 4 with single enemy will be was 4, all right, 1, 2, and then the control 1, control 2, and it's going to be 3, 4, and then 4, 5, right? Um, so I think that summarizes the rotation for the summoner, and hopefully the deal was helpful.